Yo, so basically, during the summer, I had done an internship. Uh, I don't want to say too much, but basically, I was working around industrial water pumps. And for my experience, I genuinely, like these 3 months, genuinely made me realize just how over it is for this lifetime and just how, like, how fucked I am. And I know it sounds a bit dramatic, but let me just generally explain, right? Um, my internship, my hours, right, were from 8 to 5. So already, right, it's like 9 hours because you get a 1 hour break. Sure, pretty standard, whatever. My issue, right, is that in addition to that, I also had an hour commute there and then another hour commute back. So although it starts at 8 and finishes at 5, in terms of my commute, it's actually, 6:37 because it depends if I want to get there 15 minutes early, and generally the drive was an hour and 15 minutes. And so, you know, I would leave the house at 6:30 and then I'd get home at 6:30. So it's basically a 12-hour day. And even if the commute was shorter, it'd still be a 10-hour day or such. And I kind of, I listen, I'm a uni student, all right? I'm doing engineering, so I'm not used to working full time. I used to like work wise, in terms of like employment. I mean, this is the first time I work full time, full time. So for 3 months, I'm doing 5 days a week, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it kind of broke me. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna hear this and be like, especially those in the trades or just those who have more intense jobs. I get it. Listen, I'm thankful I got the internship. I'm thankful I had the opportunity and everything. But I I genuinely cannot see myself doing this for 40 years. And what I mean by that is I can't see myself working 40 hours a week, 5 days a week for 40 years. I just don't. I can't imagine it because, like, I don't want to sound like some Che Guevara sounding ass piece of shit, but just listen. Why is it that out of the entire week, we spend 5 out of 7 days working in a job that, let's be honest, most of us don't even like? Why? And even then, it's most of the day. You come home and you have 2, 3, 4 hours to yourself, and that's if that's not including, if you have to cook, if you have to clean, do other chores, take care of family members. Why 5 days a week? No, man, no. I don't. How did everyone agree to this? No. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. And I don't know. I can't. I can't do it. I finished internship and everything went by, and it was good. But I want to do so much more with my life. Right now for this month, I'm basically unemployed until school starts. And man, does this feel nice? The weather's nice. I wake up and I have things. I have things to do. I do things I genuinely want to do. Yeah, I'm practicing guitar. I'm going on walks. I'm actually, talking to people. I'm enjoying it. Why was that taken away from us? And especially because I did the internship in an area I wasn't familiar with, and I was in a fairly rural area, so I didn't really have many people to hang out with or, talk to. So even my free time was basically just spent alone. And I don't know, like, to me, for the longest time, right, I thought, what would be heaven? What would be the most ideal scenario for me, at least in terms of like a job? For me, it'd be a standard corporate job with an air-conditioned office, and I'm in a nice suburban area, and I go to work, I come back, and I chill, and I do nothing. Hey, look at it now. Hell nah. Hell no. I don't want to do that. I want to work the least amount of time possible, and like, and I know a lot of it is like, yeah, no shit, you want to work less and do what you love, but like, it just seems so out of reach. I feel like I'm doing a good career. I think I like mechanical engineering. I'm not the craziest mechanical engineer, but I'm decent. I think, I don't know, my charisma carries me a lot, but I can do stuff. At the very least, I'm average is what I'm trying to get at. And I don't know. I feel like with that, I should be able to at least have a above average job, either in terms of pay or in terms of, working less hours. But where I am, at least in, Canada, we make way less money compared to the US. And so I see these salary comparisons and damn, it hurts, man. I don't know. All that, adding on to the fact I'm in a city I don't even like right now for my studies, I want more. I want to do more in this life. I don't know. I really don't know. I, I, I don't know. Sorry for the ramble. It's just, I feel like there's more to this lifetime of ours than just working to make someone else rich. Because for the most part, that's what we're doing. I don't want that, man. I really don't want that. And I don't know. I feel like I'm entitled. I guess once I graduate, hopefully, and maybe do a master's and such, I feel like I'm somewhat entitled to work a decent job. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's because I hear a lot of people when they talk about ICE in the corporate side of things when they become a mechanical engineer. A lot of the times I hear that they don't really do much engineering, and that a lot of it is just spreadsheet simulators. Which why? And I looked at that. I'm like, okay, well maybe I can look into doing research instead, right? Because I think maybe I'd be constantly learning. I'd be contributing to academia and such. But then I look at research papers and god damn, half of them are the most uninteresting, boring shit in the world. Or even the stuff that is mildly interesting, I just don't understand it. It'll be the most technical, the most zoomed in topics, and I don't know. Anyways, I didn't even talk about the internship. Within the internship itself, like I was a planner, so I was just going around making schedules for the repairs of the pumps and just keeping track of stuff and distributing sheets, and just it was standard work. But god, I did not want to be there, and it worries me because it's like, is this really how it's gonna be for the rest of my working years? It's stuff like this that makes me realize, like, you really need to I guess you really do need to become an entrepreneur. Listen, hear me out. I find the term just as cringe, okay? Being a businessman, I'm gonna do entrepreneur, bro. I'm gonna make drop shit. Like, I find it just as cringe. But there is some merit to that fact of, working for yourself and, doing your own thing and working to make yourself wealthy, right? That sounds better. And at least being able to control the hours you work, I guess it really depends on what level you reach, I suppose. But god damn it. I don't know, when I close my eyes and I imagine what is the ideal work scenario type of path, I don't want to work 3 days a week. I don't mind working, honestly, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, because at that point, the day's already over, right? After you do an 8-hour shift, the day's done. So maybe I wouldn't mind working long hours, but just 3 days a week, right? I think we are entitled, as people, regardless of your education status or anything, to be able to spend most of our life doing stuff we enjoy and being in a place we enjoy, So if I could work 3 days a week and have the other 4 days to explore, volunteer, I'd love to volunteer in a theater place, just live life. And then, if you want to work more hours to stack more bread, freedom's to you, you can do more than that. But I think 3 days a week should be the standard. I don't know, man. I want more, I think. And I'm not sure how to get there. And I'm not sure whether I should ask older people, because I can't lie, I feel like I'm just gonna get laughed at in the face, considering this is how it's been for, I guess, the last century, since the Industrial Revolution and such. But I don't know. If I could hear from you guys what you guys think, that'd be nice. And I think I'd appreciate that. Anyways, take care. Bye bye.